That song you love is on right now, not later, not on a playlist, not something you have to pay for. I mean live, right now. That's called radio. In Seattle, that's called Warm 106.9.
Quality proteins aren't just for special occasions. With Omaha Steaks, you get mouth-watering proteins delivered right to your door, individually packaged and portioned, so a great dinner is just minutes away. From Taco Tuesday to a weekend feast, taste the Omaha Steaks difference. Start getting flavorful proteins delivered today. Visit omahasteaks.com and get $35 off with promo code AUDIO at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com, code AUDIO. Terms apply. See site for details.
Don't ask me to talk.
And welcome to yet another exciting edition of Don't Ask Me to Talk. I'm one of your podcast pals. I'm Eric Ryder.
Hey everyone, I'm the other one. I am Stacy Heller. Welcome to the show and thanks for listening.
Wow, that was just so nice and straightforward.
I know.
I don't know where to go now.
You know what? I just
usually
had
you throw in some nonsense and it just makes me go, what?
I know. I just had therapy, and in therapy, we did a whole deep dive into me being too much, and like talked
that wasn't
about
even the session
thing.
hadn't even started yet. The therapist was like, "Listen, this is too much."
No, the therapist had me like, let's go back and visit a time when you first heard that you were too much. And it was like a whole session. And basically at the end, it was like, I'm not too much. You know what? Everyone's always tried to make me feel bad about being a lot, but that's everyone else's embarrassment and shame. It's not mine. But then weirdly, it had a converse reaction or result because I'm being very not too much.
You just thought about it for the first time ever.
I guess so.
And realized, hey, maybe I could dial it down just a hair.
I mean, she's like, give me some examples of times that you're being too much. And I did. And she just was like laughing. And she was like, okay, because we were talking about like growing up in the environment that I did. Very often it was about like what's socially acceptable and what's appropriate. And she was like, talk about inappropriate. I don't think your therapist is supposed to laugh at you.
Right.
I was like, no, it's fine. I love an audience.
She should listen to the show. If she thought that was funny, wait till she hears two knuckleheads that are too much.
Exactly. I'm like, whatever, it's fine. I mean, and then we talked about that actually. We talked about like being too much, but then like the times that you're doing it for like an audience or to get a rise versus the times that you're just being yourself. And maybe for someone else, it's just too much.
Fair enough.
You know? And so it gave me lots to think about. So, you know, if we played a drinking game of all the times that I've been too much, there might be some drinking problems.
Yes. We might have some people blacking out.
But it's part of the charm. What can I say?
All right. Well, how's week 3? Is it week 3, week 4? I lost count.
I don't know.
The drinking game has made me lose count of how long you've been in Texas now.
I think it's like week 5. This is like the thing where when you ask somebody like how old the baby is and they're like, oh, like 32 weeks. And you're like,
trying to do the math in your head of like
right, or
12
months,
into,
right.
or 52 into,
like,
yeah.
You know, they're like, you know, 37 months old. And you're like, why don't you just say 3? Okay.
Yes, please.
So yeah, I think it's been fully a month, and actually exciting news. The house closed. So we had an awesome agent in Issaquah. If you're looking for an agent, she's not a sponsor, but I'm going to give her a shout out, Brenda Morris. Our house We got an offer really, really quickly. It was a great offer and we closed on it. And it was like the most seamless, easy thing. I am so grateful because it's a weird market out there. I don't know if you've heard about some of the craziness that's going on in the world, but I think it's making people feel like they don't need to invest in their future because is there a future?
Right. Yeah, the girlfriend said something like, "We've only got a month less left," and she was talking about the Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and I said, "What, of the world?" And
exactly. The ridiculousness of, I'm sorry, we do not get political on this show, but I'm sorry, the Jesus thing /
Dr. Jesus,
Dr. Jesus, medicine man, like, I just can't. So anyway, so all that to say that we're so grateful
gonna
that
fight with the Pope
selling of the house. Okay. Like, who fights with the Pope?
Oh, yeah.
Like, what are you? I
Right.
mean, yeah, it's just insanity. So we're very grateful that everything went through
according to plan.
and went according to plan. And here we are, like, it's official. We're in Texas. I'm getting used to howdies and y'alls, and I'm now starting to take notice of cowboy boots. Like, if I get cowboy boots, do I go like tall and square-toed, or do I go like mid-calf and
Well, I noticed you're already
with,
wearing
like,
a
heel?
picnic blanket shirt.
Okay,
so
it is.
that would go well with a 10-gallon hat.
Okay, it is bright pink and it is a gingham check.
And I want to put my drink down on top of it and roll out a basket with some fried chicken inside.
Rude. It was being brisket. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, everybody can have what they want to have at their own picnic.
Sure. But not if my shirt is the picnic blanket. Thank you very much.
Oh, you get to decide on the meal.
Well, if it's going to be on my back, yeah.
I'm not saying on your back.
On my front? That's weird.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, wait. There I am. I'm being too much again.
There you go.
Anyway, yeah. So these are the debates that I'm having. And then we went to watch Two Step Tuesday again. It is just a delight to watch people dancing. I will tell you what, these people that know how to dance, it's just like they're swooping around the floor in their short denim shorts a la Footloose back in the day with the tall red cowboy boots, and like the women are being flung around and the guys, I'm like, God, you're homely looking. But I'll tell you what, like the homely looking guy is super sexy because he can dance.
All right.
It's just
Boot,
like
scoot, and boogie.
It's amazing. 100%. And actually, I was like, I need to learn how to do one of these line dances. So I had to go to YouTube to find a video on how to boot, scoot, and boogie. Because they played that song. And I was like, I don't know how to do this dance. And I still don't know how to do this dance.
I guess it's better than, taking an interest in the Macarena now.
Hey, Macarena.
Like, I'm going to learn.
I don't know. I know that.
I'm going to learn the classic dances. I'm going to start with the Macarena.
But I know that one. That would be good. Or the, what's it called? Casper Slide.
That one I don't know about. Is that like you hop onto a mattress?
Or no, Cha-Cha Slide.
Okay.
It's the...
Casper is a brand of mattress now. So, or you just ghost the room.
Called soaking.
You slide on out of there, ghost the room. It's
Exactly.
the Casper slide. That's
Exactly.
the dance
Like
that I'm the best
Goodbye.
at. Like, just like, whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm gone.
Yeah. It's an Irish goodbye. It's fine. No, it's the cha-cha slide, and it's done by like something Casper. Yeah, but that's a good one too. But those aren't the ones that they're doing around here. They're doing like true line dances and two-stepping, and it is stressing me out. I'll tell you what. So that's been going on, and we went out to dinner with
Okay, there is a
neighbors.
Casper Cha-Cha slide from DJ Casper.
See?
There is also
There it
Mr.
is.
C, the slide man, with the Cha-Cha slide. I think this is, there may be some kind of rivalry between DJ Casper
Maybe.
and Mr. C, the slide man.
But DJ Casper is the OG.
Okay. Well, this is like, well, I mean, I don't know. Mr. C, the slide man, this is 2000. So he may be the OG. This is kind of like the old Whoop, There It Is versus Woot, There It Is controversy.
Oh.
Where it was like 95 South, and I can't remember the other group. Who did Whoop?
I don't know. I didn't even know that was a thing. There's Whoop, There It Is versus Whoop.
That's right. Yes. Okay.
I mean,
Tag team. So it's tag team versus 95 South.
again.
Yes. They're both mining the same territory. But one takes off into the universal vernacular, and then one is left as a novelty, an oddity by the wayside.
Oh, interesting. Gotta love all those oddity songs. Like Godfrey, the Unemployed Children's Magician.
What?
There's some random oddity song that's called like Godfrey, the Unemployed Children's Magician.
And he was going, gosh, if I could only have the career of the scat man. Remember the scat man?
Yes.
Bee ba ba doo ba boop. Bee ba da. I'm a scat man.
Yes, there's these weird
That
things
was,
that, like,
I mean, that time period, it was just so rich for bizarre one-hit wonders, combining a dance beat with just anything, and it would work.
Oh, yeah.
Scatting, Rednecks. Remember Rednecks?
do you remember the what was it? The trucker song. What was it? Like something Good Buddy, and it was like Mighty Convoy.
Are we going back to the 70s with C.W. McCall? We got a great big convoy rocking through the land.
Yes.
Yes, that was also a prime period for novelty one-hit wonders. But I was specifically thinking of the 90s and early 2000s, which gave us stuff like the Cha-Cha slide from Mr. Casper and whatnot. But Rednecks was one that stuck out in my mind because they did a version of Cotton Eye Joe. Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Yep.
They were, I believe, a Swedish group that just, yes, that decided to take traditional Americana roots music and put it over a dance beat and came up with that.
I didn't know that. Wow. Well, and remember Crazy Frog?
Yes, a Crazy Frog. Yes, it was like a ringtone that became a global dominating hit from that same time period. And you know what? Just because I had to look up Rednecks to remember the name of their one hit, I see the members, and one of them is named Rawtooth Rick.
No way.
It seems like he might be one of your neighbors.
Maybe.
Say hi to Rawtooth Rick for me. I'm going down to the Piggly Wiggly.
Oh my gosh. It's the HB, not Piggly Wiggly. Thank you.
I'll get it right eventually. It's only been a
Oh
month.
my gosh. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you got to give a guy some time. Yeah, the HEB, there's no other store. Like, literally, there's no other grocery stores. There's not like in the Pacific Northwest where you are and where I
Yeah.
was, there was like Fred Meyer and there was a QFC
Safeway.
and a
Winco.
Safeway and right. Nope, it's HEB or HEB Plus.
Wow.
Yep.
Do you have to pay a membership
And
to get HEB Plus? Oh,
no,
okay.
but it means it's basically been redone.
Oh, okay.
And it's janky looking. But I mean, like, they have outside like a stand where they sell crawfish, so you can get crawfish for your crawfish boil. And then you go inside and you're like, I just need cat food. It is not the I just need cat food store. And yet it's the only option.
Which makes me wonder if the Megalomart from King of the Hill might have been based on HEB.
Oh, maybe. Because
that was set in Texas.
Oh, probably. And like, it's this, I think the HEB stands for somebody's initials.
HEB Grocery Company is an American privately held supermarket chain based in San Antonio, Texas. No wonder they have a monopoly.
Okay.
But they
What?
They were
What?
formerly the CC Butt grocery store
What?
because they were founded by Florence Butt.
BUTT?
Butt. That's right. And
Oh my gosh.
When Howard Edward Butt, Florence's youngest son, took over the store upon his return from World War I, shortly after becoming owner of his mother's small store, they changed the name to HEB based on Howard E. Butt's initials.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my gosh.
but how much fun would it be to say I'm going in the butt to get some groceries?
Well, now I'm just going to say
There
it.
you go.
Is that
No.
too much? I don't care.
I'm headed to the butt. Gotta pick up some eggs.
I'm going to get some crawfish. I'm going to get crabs.
CC Butt.
That's crazy. That's crazy work.
Wow.
Wow.
Now I see why they
Well,
call it HEB or
Yeah.
HEB.
Right? Yep. And it is HEB. Like, they don't like call it Heb or Hebe or like, it is HEB.
Well, they're missing a trick.
They are. God, we got to do their marketing too. My God. So, hey, HEB, if you're looking for a show to sponsor, we've
That's
got
right.
you.
We'll-
Yeah. I mean,
We'll talk up your butt store.
there is so much at that butt.
This is a full butt.
It's a butt plus.
It's a butt plus. Just like the Cricket Wireless mascot. It's a butt plus. See, they could trade mascots with Cricket and just Cricket
Totally.
could actually get a cricket to be their mascot.
It makes perfect sense to me.
We are solving the problems of the world.
What about you?
Yes, it was a pretty mellow week. We had plans and then they all kind of fell through, so it ended up being just kind of a relax at home kind of weekend.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's nice to have one of those every so often.
Is the weather cooperating?
You know what? We just had a little stormy bout here the last few days, but now we're back to some sunshine. And the weekend was supposed to be pretty rainy, but we ended up with some nice sunshine in the afternoon, so it worked out just
Okay.
fine. So
This is like, I feel like we're sort of entering the season in the PNW where it's like cold and cloudy and then sunny and then hail and then rain and then
Springtime, you mean?
sun and warm.
Yes. Got a little bit of everything.
Here it's just summer. I'm in a button-up shirt, but
That's
I'm also
why you're
wearing
ready
a
for the
pair of
picnic?
shorts. That's why I'm ready for the picnic, and I'm in my shorts because
Got some
like-
watermelon slices
yes, I
for
do.
other people because you don't like
Okay?
watermelon?
I don't. I have pineapple.
Nice. That reminds me, I got some pineapple in the fridge. I got to figure out how to use it.
Ugh, it's just so good to just eat with a toothpick.
That's true.
It's delicious.
That's true. But I did make another tea brack, so I've been enjoying that this last week.
Really? Okay, so what did you put in this one? Because you were like, I'm going to change it up
I
this
did.
time.
I went with the golden raisins again because that's like a staple of it. But I added walnuts and I added dried cranberries. And it's been a very flavorful mix.
Nice. Okay, but now I'm going to encourage you to do the dried cherries.
You know what? Those were pretty expensive while I was looking last time. So as soon as those go on sale, I'm gonna stock
Okay.
up and then use it in the next tea brack.
Well, there you go. All right, so the tea brack was good. It's a tasty mix.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm. It's become a staple in the house. So
I love
Yeah.
it. Like a little afternoon, like do you bring it to work and have like I know
I'm
you
eating
don't
it
really
in the
drink
car
coffee.
usually on the way to work,
There
which
you
works out nice because it's a dense loaf, um, which sounds disgusting, but it really is. So it's not a bunch of crumbs going everywhere while I'm driving, which is
There you
really
go.
nice. Yeah. So and it's it's good for you because it's mostly fruit, not a lot of extra sugar. So yeah, I highly
It
recommend.
sounds
I may start a business.
hideous. Hey, I like that.
Eric Ryder's Tea Brag Company.
Well,
Come up with
like,
something-
Don't ask for tea brack.
Right. Gonna come up with something more catchy than that, I think. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's
probably.
good stuff. Tempted to,
We'll have to workshop.
yeah, I
that.
may take it to our maker's market. And they'll be like, this should be at the farmer's market. And I'll be like, no.
Well, I'll tell you what. You send it to me, and so that I can get a table and I'm approved, I'll sell your tea brack and I'll sell my art.
Yeah, I bet
Then I'm covering.
it
both
would hold
ends.
up. It's mostly like, dried fruit and stuff. So I suppose it probably would hold up to be mailed down there.
Yeah, I mean it's the fruitcake heard around the world.
It's better than fruitcake. All right. Well, yeah, fairly unexciting weeks for us, but you know what? We watched some stuff, and we're going to talk about
we
that
did.
in the next segment. So everybody stay tuned for more Don't Ask Me to Talk.
Hey, I'm Stacey Heller. I'm one of your podcast pals, along with Eric Ryder from Don't Ask Me to Talk. Are you liking what you're listening to? Awesome. We would love if you would follow us on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram as Don't Ask Me to Talk. We also are wherever you find your favorite podcasts. You can follow us, subscribe, like, rate, whatever it is that you do. You can also email us. That's asking@don'taskmetotalk.com. And if you'd like, text or leave us a voicemail at 475-999-2726. Basically, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks for listening.
And we're back right here on Don't Ask Me to Talk. I'm still one of your podcast pals. I'm Eric Reiner.
Hey, and I'm still here, and I'm Stacey Heller. I'm otherwise known as the other one. It's my shtick. So, did you watch a ton of stuff?
I didn't watch a ton of stuff, but I did watch some interesting stuff, I think. And I got to say, I feel like the cultural blind spot framing of this segment may not entirely apply to the stuff that I watched this week. But I'm going to talk about it anyway.
Well, you know what? It's our show. We can do what we want.
That's right.
So,
So
Well, I'm going to go first because yours are always more interesting.
Okay, and yours, I think, are actually bigger cultural items. So, yeah, I'd love to hear about it.
So, the funny thing is, based on some of your recs, I actually have been like following or riding your coattails, really. So, a couple weeks ago, I talked about how I watched. I think I talked about watching Song Song Blue and how on
that
the
was
plane
last week.
it stopped.
Right.
Yes, and it freaking stopped with the last half an hour, and I was like, "What just happened?" With her being with
It was a
Thunder being
cliffhanger.
hit by a car. Yeah, it was totally. I was like, "What? She lost a leg. This is ridiculous. This is not happy." And so I was like, I'm going to watch this because I know that they are going to tie this up in a nice, neat bow. It's a freaking cover band of Neil
It's
Diamond.
a romantic comedy, essentially, right? Or is it more of a drama?
I don't know what it is.
Or is it more of a straight-up comedy?
It's not like I did not laugh that much. It is like
it's kitschy though, so it would make me think of it as being a comedy. I mean, just having seen like commercials and stuff where it looked like it could be like kitschy fun, you know?
Right. Exactly. It's kitschy fun if you like, you know, we're talking about like Rednecks and Cotton Eye Joe, and we're talking about all those songs. Like it's basically a cover band covering Neil Diamond, right? And it's
Rick makes a cameo in it.
Probably, and he's probably being Don Ho in the because like this guy travels around being different people until he lands on being Neil Diamond, and then he's got his partner and they fall in love, and you're like, this is great. It's Wisconsin or wherever. Like, what could happen? Well, I'll tell you what can happen. She can get hit by a car in her own freaking yard, lose a leg, not suddenly, but then end up with a drug addiction from the painkillers and from wanting to numb the pain. And then she comes out of it and she's like, no, I'm ready to do this again. And so they start doing it again. Everything's going in the right direction.
Sweet leg of mine, it is gone.
Exactly. So good. So good. So good. So, in the movie, the way it happens is they come back. They're now performing at the Ritz. They've got a gig and they have an opportunity to meet Neil Diamond, who likes to stop at this particular custard place on his way out of town after a show.
Okay.
So they're headed to the custard place and they get there. And little context, earlier in the day,
it's custard time. Yum, yum, yum.
Earlier in the day, he had hit his head. He had heart issues. And
Neil Diamond?
He had no.
Oh, okay.
He was having a mini heart attack and he hit his head on the bathroom vanity and was bleeding and didn't tell anyone. And it was like, the show must go on. So they get to the custard place and she hops out of the car and then she goes in and she's like, come on, get out of the car. And he's dead.
What? Wow. Okay, that is a twist I didn't see coming.
It is an emotional roller coaster. And so
Lightning portrayed by Hugh Jackman.
Yes. Yes. And so I was just like,
Thunder portrayed by
what?
Kate Hudson.
Yes. And it was just
so it's this fun time thing and then suddenly ends in tragedy.
Yeah, the daughter gets pregnant.
And do they meet Neil Diamond?
No.
he doesn't come down to the morgue to identify Lightning.
No, and I guess that part's made up. He did in fact die from a head injury, and he refused to deal with it because he didn't want to cancel their performance, and so he went on and he ended up dying from this injury in real life. And in real life, he never met Neil Diamond, but Thunder would go on to meet Neil Diamond.
What a stone cold bummer. I feel like if you're going to take liberties with their story, you might as well have them live.
Right? I mean, I just
or meet Neil
like,
Diamond and then he dies. Like I can
right,
die now. Woo! I met my hero.
exactly. I mean, I was just like, this is crazy work. So yeah, I mean, the good news is it reminded me of, honestly, say what you want, because I know that you're a music guy. Just Neil Diamond is like macaroni and cheese. It is such comfort food to me. Like, it's just good stuff.
Okay.
So that part was good.
So the
Now,
music was good because he's got a lot
of
of
course the
bangers.
music was
But
good.
was the story good? I mean, did you enjoy this movie? Because it sounds like you're really on the fence on it.
I really didn't like. There's this whole thing was based on a documentary that was put out years ago called The Same Thing. And I'm like, I should just go watch the documentary. Like, because it just raised more questions.
It's usually the case
Like,
that if they base a movie on a documentary, the documentary is way better than the dramatization of the movie.
yeah, because it was like, did he really die of a heart attack? Did he really go to a yogurt store? Like, did this happen? Did that happen? And I was just like, this is just a bummer. And so, to your point, if you're going to make a fictionalized account, like, let's all be happy. I know it's song sung blue. Like, even when you're sad, you can make it glad. But, like, you didn't make it glad. Okay? I'm just going to say. So, anyway, that was that. I was happy to put that behind
All right.
me.
Well, I think I
And,
see why this did not perform as well at the box office as they thought maybe it would.
And it's a shame because, honestly, Kate Hudson, I don't particularly like her as an actress. She was great. She can sing, and Hugh Jackman obviously can sing, and they did a great job singing. And that part was awesome. And, in the beginning, I was sort of like, Neil Diamond doesn't really need like a cohort, but like them singing together, it really worked. It was great. So it's a shame, but it was just, you're like, this is just a bummer. Like, I thought I was going to go in the theater and be going ba ba ba, like, so good, so good, so
Right.
good. And you're like, so sad, so sad, so sad. So anyway, so that's that one. If you like the Neil Diamond music, just put on an album or go to Spotify. Miss the movie.
Fair enough.
Okay, then I went to see Project Hail Mary.
Hey, I'm
And
interested to know what you thought because I really loved it and saw it in the movie at theater and talked about this last week on the show.
yep, it was great. I hadn't read the book. Pete had read the book, and he's like, I'd really like to see this in a theater. I think it's probably like space movies are just like better on a big screen, right? Space is such a big thing. And I was taking into account what you had to say about him being like a dorky teacher and whatever. And I was like, yeah, he was just sort of a dorky guy, like all around. And like the goofy things that he would do, at least he kept with it. And he was consistently like, with the scientists, that's just how he was, right?
Yeah.
And it created then a middle school mentality of creating a relationship with Rocky. And so in a way it worked with the story because he could start at such a basic, uncomplicated, non-scientific level and like more of an innocence level. So I was like, okay, like I saw what you were saying, but I also saw like maybe this is a choice because his dorkiness is helping him create like this friend with Rocky. It threw me when it turned out that like it wasn't his choice.
Yeah. I mean, that's a huge gamble that you're taking, that the guy that's going up there to save the planet is not going up there by choice. This is a big spoiler, but it's been out for a few weeks. He's not going up there by choice. And so you're counting on a guy that's going to feel betrayed to just go, okay, well, I guess I will save these jerks. as opposed to going, screw you guys, I'm floating into the sun. We're going to die anyway. I don't care.
Right. I mean, that was some crazy work.
But I got to say, you know what? I was happy that it wasn't like, oh, he found love with the head scientist, and so therefore he's doing this to win her love. Because I just thought that would have been really cheeseball and cliche.
100%.
So if they ruled that out, then they needed some way to make this character, who's reluctant for everything in life, to go do this, to be the hero. Yeah, I just really felt like that's a huge gamble, betraying somebody and then expecting them to do the right thing.
Right. And I'm like, how long? Like, I just don't get space. Like, how long, like, is he out of it? And like, when he was like about to head back to Earth, it was like, okay, you'll be back in 4 years. And, it was like, what? 4 freaking years? Are you kidding me? And then I thought it was so interesting, like the choice that he made at the end. But he went back to his happy place, like, once again, being the dorky teacher. Yeah. And, like, it was like, okay, that makes sense. And that he had a choice. Like, at the end, Rocky gave him a choice. Like, okay, do you want to go? And he's like, not today. Like, it was very enjoyable. And he's just a likable, like, he made a likable character that I appreciated his tenacity and his, like, the humor and, all the sciencey stuff I wouldn't have gotten anyway. So I'm sure there was a lot more in the book, and that makes sense. Right. But this was just fine. Like, it was enough to sort of get it. So, yeah, I thought it was great. I mean, it definitely was. I had my giant bucket of popcorn, which I finished.
Did you buy the helmet?
And I did not buy the helmet.
Have you ever bought any of the novelty popcorn tie-in things?
Oh,
I've never talked to anybody that has, but they must do well because they make them for every movie. But my real question is, when you buy it, do they wash it out before they put the popcorn in? Or does it still have like the factory residue on it?
Probably. They probably just take it out of the plastic bag and then just put it in. But I suspect that a lot of people just buy it and then get a bucket of popcorn because, like, they don't want all the stuff. Because I'm like, do you run that thing through the dishwasher?
Right.
Like, what's gonna happen?
That's what I was curious about. All right, well, awesome. So I'm really glad you enjoyed it, and I think we can both recommend that to our listeners if they haven't seen it yet. And we purposely kept some of the story points vague, so there'll be plenty of surprises in this here for you. Don't feel like you've seen the movie now based on our discussion, because there's lots of stuff that we've left out over the last 2 weeks talking about it. Totally.
Okay, so what about you?
So I actually finally had a chance to, I say finally, because when this movie was about to come out, I was excited about it, but it didn't have a long theater run. And it's now on Hulu. But Is This Thing On? Came out last year. And it's got Will Arnett, who I love, starring in it, Laura Dern, who's always great, and directed by Bradley Cooper, who also is in the movie. And it takes place, at least the marketing implies that it takes place in the world of stand-up comedy. So I thought, okay, this could be really good. I like all these people. I like their acting. I like the idea of this, which is a guy who is separating from his wife. And so he's in his 40s, and has a couple kids. And one night after them, going their separate ways, he just wants to go to a bar to drink, and they're like, it's $12. And he's like, why is it $12 to get a drink? And they're like, because comedy is happening here. And he's like, but if you put your name on the list to come up and do stand-up, then you can get in for free. So basically that's how he does it. And this is based on the story of a real comedian in the UK who did that. His first foray into stand-up was him trying to get out of paying the entry fee, the cover charge. Yeah. And so he puts his name down at an open mic, essentially, and goes in and then just kind of, works his way through some jokes and stuff. And does well enough that he comes back. So I thought, well, this is a great concept for a movie. Sure. And I like Will Arnett, and he seems natural to play a stand-up because he's a genuinely funny guy.
Yep.
But I gotta say, this movie was kind of a bummer because it doesn't spend a lot of time in the stand-up world. Instead, it's all about their failing relationship. And this whole thing, and that's also an interesting idea for a movie, is a couple that's been married for a long time, but then just, decides to go their separate ways without a big fight and without a bunch of fireworks and stuff, and then examining the reasons for that. But I was frustrated that none of the stand-up in this movie was funny. And B, that we didn't get more time in the stand-up world.
Oh, yeah.
And see, a lot of the stuff that they were fighting over just didn't make any sense.
That's such a bummer. You know what this reminds me of, though? Did you ever watch The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
I did watch a couple episodes of that, yes.
So, the premise of that is that her husband wanted to be a stand-up, right, and she would he would write the jokes and she would hear them and whatever. And he did a crappy job. And then she found out that he was having an affair, and she ended up going to this place where the jokes were, and she got up and just riffed and talked about the whole thing. And it was awesome because she openly talked about the ridiculousness of these things happening and made that her material in a really funny way. And so that situation could totally inform the comedy and make it funny. So it's a shame that it was such a side bit. What a missed opportunity.
Absolutely.
I mean, Bradley Cooper.
Yes. Yeah.
What?
And he's the best part of the movie. His character is named Balls, by the way. But his character of this clueless actor just struggling to get bit parts is the best part of this movie. I feel like they should have just focused on him. And a lot of it kind of feels like, I know he's directed some bigger movies, but this one really kind of feels like a student film in a lot of ways, with the camera work and stuff. And, I really wanted to like it and just ended up being like, okay, well, that was 2 hours,
Well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, because I used to listen to Smartless with some regularity, I think that Bradley and Will lived together.
Yes. Yeah, they did at one point. And Sean Hayes, who was also part of Smartless, I believe, is in the movie as well. Playing part of their friend group.
Yeah, and I feel they have talked about how they helped each other through their various addictions and kind of growing up and this kind of thing. So based on Will Arnett being a funny guy and having 2 kids with his ex, Amy Poehler, and the marriage falling apart and trying to figure out what you're going to do, and the friend group and the struggling, it's a little bit of it feels like an intimate film that is exploring maybe some part of their own personal story, but wasn't as universal as you'd want it to be. Watching a marriage fall apart, it's I just might as well watch Kramer versus Kramer.
So much of that, of their problems in this could have been solved by a conversation, and or multiple conversations, maybe some couples therapy, for instance. But there was just stuff that just, like Laura Dern's character at one point, like they're kind of in this,
Is she the wife?
She's the wife, yeah. And she's an ex-Olympic volleyball player. And they are separated at this point, but end up kind of getting back together. And they've got the kids going from their house to stay with him in his apartment. And so he finds an old picture of her, doing an impressive move in volleyball, back when she was an athlete, blows it up to a big poster, puts it up on his wall. And, so his kids can see what a, amazing athlete she was. And he shows her that, and she's all upset about it. You hurt my feelings. This isn't me now. And I just feel like nobody would have that reaction whatsoever.
What?
She could say, like, that's really cool. If you put up some pictures of us now, maybe, that would touch me more, but this is touching.
Right.
But instead, she's like just upset about it and just can't understand how he could do such a thing. And it's just like, are you kidding me?
I mean, yeah, I gotta say, like, I guess I could see the argument.
It just really felt like a stretch for them to find anything to actually fall out about. It seemed like they were just kind of bored, which.
And I think that's a commentary
people
on
get bored. Absolutely. But I feel like the discussion needs to be deeper if you're really going to examine what to do when you're bored, in a long relationship,
I mean, 34 years into mine, like, it's boring sometimes.
Yes.
Like, I gotta tell you, like, so you figure out things to do. And, and the other thing is you gotta look inward, not necessarily always at your partner.
Yeah.
Just saying, therapy,
so
highly recommend.
Entirely passable. 2 hours went by relatively quickly, but it's not one that I can highly recommend, despite a great cast.
It's just
sometimes
a meh.
It's just a meh. Kind of like Song Sung Blue, apparently.
Yeah, honestly, it was meh.
But I'll tell you one thing that has not been meh is that the new Malcolm in the Middle reboot, essentially,
I heard about this.
Has dropped, I believe, this week. I haven't watched it yet, so I can't comment on that. But I said to myself, if I'm going to watch this new version of the show, I'm going to go back and check out the original show, because I remember watching it back in the early 2000s, liking the show, but then, like, at a certain point, just not being able to keep up with the schedule, or I think because it was on at a time that I was at work. Sure. So I lost track of the show, and I'm like, I vaguely remember it being fun, but I should revisit it here before I check out the new version. And you know what? At least this first season, I'm like 6 episodes in. It is one of the funniest damn shows of all time.
Okay.
This is a great show and really worth revisiting. The writing on it is so crisp and so fun. And it's a couple that have been married for a while. They've got 4 children, and they've got lots of struggles. But the root of it is they are very happy together. They have found the right person for each other. And it's so well written and so funny. And I had forgotten how good this show was. Now, I don't know if it tapers off, in future seasons, right, but at least that first season from 2000 is just straight up laughs. And it's been really easy to watch 6-7 episodes here over the last week.
Oh yeah. Where is
last
that
3
streaming?
days. I believe that is
Hey,
on
whatever.
Hulu and Disney Plus. If you've got the Hulu
Okay.
Disney Plus package.
I mean, because I have seen like episodes of that show, like you see the clip where she's like in the parking lot and she gets into like the road rage incident with the other woman. Have you ever seen that? And like they're just demolishing each other's car. And then there's a part of the scene where she's like putting her foot down to the gas, going full throttle. But there's like an old lady with a shopping cart that is walking faster than her car's going because her car is so trashed. I mean, I'm like, okay, this is like, I mean, what an amazing cast,
Absolutely.
right?
I mean, Bryan Cranston stars as the dad, Hal, and Jane Kasmerick as Lois. And of course, Frankie Muniz is the titular Malcolm, and he's
Yep.
great in
Yep.
it. But this watch is just reminding me how good Jane Kasmerick is in this show and how much she deserved to be able to go on and do something like a Breaking Bad like Bryan Cranston did, because she is
Yeah.
absolutely his equal in this show. And so good. And her just like a furious mother dealing with out of control boys. But at the
Yep.
same time, maintaining her sanity at work and, a loving relationship with her husband. It's just so masterfully portrayed. And I feel like give it a chance in a big drama, she would have knocked it out of the park. But
Yeah,
I mean,
no doubt.
this is definitely a role that should be appreciated for just her comedic ability and her just straight up acting greatness. So highly recommend checking out Malcolm in the Middle if you haven't seen it in a while, or if you haven't seen it at all. It's very, very funny.
All right, I'm going to have to check it out because I have been seeing a few interviews with them all getting together and talking about some of this stuff. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that show.
Yeah.
Like,
And I am looking forward now to watching the newer version of the show once I get through. I think it's like 7 seasons of the original.
wow.
So, I've got plenty to watch still before I get to that point. But what I've heard so far is that it's actually really good, the new
Oh, that's
version
cool.
of it. So I'm looking forward to checking it out.
Are they doing it as like a limited series thing, or are they just sort of seeing where it goes?
I think it's kind of a limited series thing so far, but if it's a hit, of course,
Okay.
then it'll just keep going. So
Exactly. Money, please.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, which is fair.
One
Like,
thing that struck me too is how this show is like really kind of groundbreaking in that it's a single camera, no live audience kind of thing at a time where that was the standard, and
Yeah.
they don't do the there's a documentary crew here thing to explain that. Instead, they
Right.
just have the character Malcolm just do asides to the camera, like you're his friend, essentially, through the whole
Yeah.
thing. And I thought that was brilliant because they didn't have to give all this explanation, and they didn't have to do these like confessional things like it's a reality show. They filmed
Right.
it like a regular show, but his little asides make it even more funny. So it's like halfway between those two things of a regular sitcom and the documentary format. Yeah.
Style. Yeah.
So I haven't seen another show really that does it. I'm sure there's others, but I feel like this
Yeah.
is really groundbreaking for 2000.
That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to have to rewatch that. See, I'll tell you what, Don't Ask Me to Talk is having a real influence on the things that I consume now because I keep listening to these recommendations and then I end up watching it and it's inspired me to watch other things. So thank you and you're
That's
welcome.
what we're here for. All
right.
right. Well, we got to get into our topic for today. I got way more to tell you not to watch, but we're just going to leave that for later. And let's take a quick break. We'll come right back and start talking about our top topic for today, which was the perfect sundae, like the ice cream sundae.
Yeah, it's difficult stuff.
Yeah. We're really going to put our minds to it and get into it. So stay tuned.
Hey, I'm Stacey Heller. I'm one of your podcast pals, along with Eric Ryder from Don't Ask Me to Talk. Are you liking what you're listening to? Awesome. We would love if you would follow us on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram as Don't Ask Me to Talk. We also are wherever you find your favorite podcast. You can follow us, subscribe, like, rate, whatever it is that you do. You can also email us. That's asking@don'taskmetotalk.com. And if you'd like, text or leave us a voicemail at 475-999-2726. Basically, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks for listening.
And we're back right here on Don't Ask Me to Talk. I'm Eric Ryder. I'm one of your podcast pals.
I'm your other pal. I'm Stacey Heller. And I mean, the perfect sundae.
Yeah.
Who doesn't have thoughts about the perfect sundae?
I don't know if we've got 10 minutes worth of thoughts on the perfect sundae, but we will see. I mean, don't ask us to talk. But before we dive into it, of course, you're the person that puts the topics each week on the wheel of topics. I spin the wheel, and it tells us what to talk about. Now, I always like to get your insight on why you chose a particular topic to add to the wheel of topics. So this may be just you were having a Sunday, but I'd like to know if there was some kind of special inclination that made you do it.
So when I was a kid, my dad was a big ice cream eater, and he loved having a hot fudge sundae. And he used to talk about this place that he went, he was born in 1938. So he's like a 50s teenager, right? So he would go to this place called Ma Heller's, and he would have a sandwich, and he'd have an ice cream sundae with vanilla ice cream, hot fudge, and I think they were called Spanish peanuts or the red skin peanuts. And for him, he was it was the perfect sundae. And he would talk about that. And so I was getting into a conversation, fast forward, a local restaurant in town where we lived in Issaquah closed down, Coho Cafe, rest in peace. And they had the Almond Joy sundae. Now, I'm not really a coconut girl, but this sundae was the best sundae. I mean, so good. It was chocolate chip ice cream with hot fudge, and it had coconut flakes throughout it. And I don't remember whipped cream. It was just really, really good. And so then we just got into a conversation debating can a sundae be that memorable? What makes a really good sundae? Is a banana split. Have you ever had a banana split? Is that actually a sundae, or is that a banana split? The way that we go on these tangents. And I was if I can have a 15-minute conversation with some friends, I can have a 10-minute conversation on a radio show podcast.
We can.
So I just figured okay, if you could build your perfect sundae, what does it look like? I mean,
it's interesting because I don't think I've had a sundae since maybe high school, because I kind of, this is going to be a hot take. I was thinking about this last week, and I kind of think sundaes may be a little overrated as a dessert. Now, don't get me wrong, I love ice cream, but if I'm having ice cream and I'm going out for ice cream, I want a waffle cone with a couple of scoops of ice cream. And I feel like a sundae was invented in a time before they had real flavored ice cream. You probably had vanilla mostly. You maybe had a chocolate, and that was your sundae options. And so the idea of putting in fruit and nuts and cream and syrup and stuff was mainly to flavor that vanilla ice cream, essentially, with different flavors.
Interesting.
And I would much rather just have a waffle cone with a couple of flavors. Ice cream social in Tacoma is my favorite ice cream. It's so good, hand churned, just like really delicious, and they've got amazing flavors. And when the sundae was invented, it was before they had like interesting flavors and stuff, and before they had waffle cones, as far as I know. So for me, it's the sundae seems like kind of like I can't think of a time when I would be going out and having a sundae. And so I don't have a strong feeling on what makes a perfect sundae, but I will say the times that I've gone to ice cream parlors, like classic ice cream parlors, and there was a time, I want to say in the late 80s, where like parlors were having a moment, kind of like the cupcakes had a moment, like in the early 2000s. The ice cream parlors were having a moment. It was like an old-timey kind of nostalgia thing. And they would serve up like a whole bunch of ice cream for you.
Yeah, they would do like the kitchen sink thing where it's like, oh, go with your friends and we'll put like 20 flavors in and toppings.
And those times I would always get a banana split because I liked the combination of the banana, the ice cream, some nuts, and some chocolate syrup. I thought that was a great combo. But again, that's not a classic sundae. But that's what I like, and if I was to build that, I would go with maybe like a banana split with, say, some Rocky Road ice cream, maybe some vanilla in there. Just 'cause I feel like you got to have a couple scoops at least. And yeah, probably that, I also think like 2 scoops is way more ice cream than I need. But the 3, it's like 3-4 scoops is what they're typically giving you for a sundae. So that's meant to be shared. So I feel like I'd need another person there to pick a 3rd scoop to go in that sundae, because we're clearly splitting this. Banana splitting this, if you will. So yeah, that's my initial thoughts. How about you? What are you thinking?
Well, such deep thoughts with Eric. Because I didn't think about the whole like sundae like basic flavors, because you're right. Like I've really only ever done a sundae with like chocolate or vanilla ice cream. So really good point. Also, I think Sundays were at a time when you sat in and you ate your dessert. Like you weren't taking ice cream cones to go. Because think of all those glass sundae dishes, or
Right.
the metal ones. And you're right. In a way, it was like, hey, this is for eating in. So you make an excellent point.
I want to walk along the waterfront on a sunny day with my cone and my 2 scoops, and then just like, dance around so I'm not dripping that ice cream as it quickly melts like down my shirt. I'm not doing that with glassware and a spoon.
Right. So really good point about a sundae. Like it's definitely something that you find maybe at a mid-tier restaurant or a fancy restaurant, and they're trying to be like fun and nostalgic, or you're at a place like Red Robin or Friendlies. I don't even know if there's Friendlies that are open anymore.
Well, I remember there was a chain called Leatherby's in California that was really popular. And I remember going to them like on occasion, and that was a big treat. And I just looked them up, and they still seem to be open. They're Leatherby's Family Creamery. But that's the absolute perfect place if you're going to do a sundae. You want to go to a place that calls itself a creamery.
Right. Well, and when I think about like my perfect sundae, like that almond joy sundae from Coho was delicious because I liked the crunch, but I don't necessarily want peanuts in it. and it had some flavor and some crunch, and the hot fudge was delish. My mom introduced me to putting butterscotch on chocolate ice cream.
That does sound good.
That is delish. And it's kind of basic. And I also, here's my hot take, I think you can have too much whipped cream on a sundae.
Oh, I totally agree with that. Yeah, I want minimal
Like-
whipped cream, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, so I'm a little bit of a purist when it comes to a sundae. Like, I don't need like I don't love a banana split because we all know that I don't like fruit. If you've been listening for more than 5 minutes, you know that I'm like, ew, fruit. And and I don't necessarily want like a strawberry sauce or whatever. I love the butterscotch sauce or like hot fudge. And I love the way that it sort of falls down the cold ice cream, and like that's delicious to me. I like a little crunch in there. But I don't need a bajillion things on a sundae. So I'm definitely a classic sundae girl. But now there are so many different flavors that you could have a little bit more fun. Like I could see doing like a banana ice cream with hot fudge. See, now that I would do. I love banana ice cream.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd rather have the banana itself with like a chocolate ice cream, just because I like those flavor combos. But if I'm getting banana, I want to have the credit of actually getting a fruit, as opposed to getting it in ice cream form. I just feel like you're getting less of the benefits of having a banana.
If I'm eating a sundae, I am not thinking about the benefits of anything except my happiness, my sanity, and my yummy tummy.
Totally fair. So what do you think about sundae versus cone? Or let's do this, sundae versus cone versus milkshake.
Not a milkshake, girl.
What?
Nope.
Not even
Very
a malted?
rarely will I have a milkshake. No.
Wow.
Very rarely will I have a milkshake.
I feel like I would again, I'd rather have the cone, I'd rather have the milkshake than the sundae. But you'd drink it sundae, cone, no milkshake.
I'd go cone, sundae, milkshake.
Okay.
So cone is my thing, but I like which is the pointy cone? Is that the sugar or the wafer?
Well, yeah, there's the sugar cone, and a waffle cone can also be pointy, but yeah, I think you're
right. But I like the regular. I don't like a waffle
cone. You don't
cone.
like a waffle cone?
No.
Wow. I thought I had some hot takes.
No, the ratio, it's too much. It's just a vessel, and then you're left
You
with,
go
like,
into
the
a
vessel,
place and they're making a fresh waffle cone. That smell is the greatest smell on the planet.
Yeah, it does. It smells delicious.
And it tastes great with the ice cream.
No, I don't want that. Because I mostly just want the ice cream.
But the crunch and the delicious flavor of the waffle. Do you like waffles, period?
They're all right. Yeah, I like them. I have some nice Eggos in my freezer right now.
Yeah, but that's not the same thing.
I mean, they're my favorite breakfast, like, out of French toast and waffles or pancakes. Waffles are my favorite.
Side note, why have they never come up with a pancake cone? I don't know either. But
or
anyway.
Like a pancake ice cream sandwich.
It sounds pretty darn good to me.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. This is going to have to be a debate for another time. But the waffle cone thing, I don't know. I think I've told the story about the waffle cone and my kids, and that they can't have when they were kids, we went through this traumatic situation, and they afterward and everything was fine. And we went to Ben and Jerry's, and they were like, "Can we have a waffle cone?" And I was like, "I don't see any blood on you. You're fine. Do you know how expensive a waffle cone is? And there's 4 of you. No waffle cones." And so now my kids have ever associated the only way that they can get a waffle cone is if there's blood involved.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep. You know what? I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but it was expensive. Like a waffle cone is expensive. It adds a couple dollars more. And with 4 kids in this economy, forget it.
It doesn't add a. I mean, I guess it depends on what parlor you go to. But if you're going to a reputable parlor, it's like $1 more max, and so worth it because you're getting an extra treat.
Well, I'll tell you what, next time I get ice cream and there is an ice cream place around the corner from me, I will test it out and I will get a waffle
If they
cone.
make it in-house, get it. If it's like something that comes out of a box that they got from the butt store, then don't bother. It's not worth it. Just get it in a cup.
Okay. Well, they're right next to the Culinary Institute, so I would hope that they make their
I
own
would hope
cones.
so too, but you never know in this day and age. People are trying to cut
That's true.
corners everywhere. But okay, so I think we're in agreement that a cone is better than a sundae.
Yes.
But yeah, so you're saying maybe that the Almond Joy,
The Almond Joy
Sundae.
Sundae from Coho Restaurant in Issaquah, Washington was definitely my favorite Sundae that I've ever had.
that sounds pretty great.
And as in the words of my father, I can still taste it.
I love coconut. I love chocolate. I love fruit. I love nuts. All that stuff together, you can't go wrong. I'm not going to turn my nose up at a sundae. I think, pretty much anything that you put in a sundae is going to be delicious. I mean, provided it's ice cream and ice cream adjacent. We're talking
Right,
classic
exactly.
things. So I am very happy with that. But if I had my druthers, it would always be a waffle cone with a couple scoops, some kind of chocolate variation, like a Rocky Road is one of my faves. But we've got right now at home this German chocolate cake ice cream. So good. So I would put that along with something that's not chocolate, like maybe a salted caramel would be a fantastic combo with that in a waffle cone,
Okay.
and I'm a happy camper. If you want to turn that on its side and put it in a dish with a banana or even without a banana, it's still going to be amazing. So,
Yeah. Oh my God.
but I feel like that stuff is so good that the syrups on top of it, and especially like maraschino cherries, I like that stuff, but it's not as good as the ice cream itself. So why bother?
It's too
Yeah.
sweet. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's a case of like sometimes like more is too much.
Sometimes more is just more and not better.
There you go.
All right.
Truer words have never been spoken.
So I think we've had our say on this particular hot topic. And I was going to get us out of here, but now I realize, wait, we got to talk about what we're talking about next week. So let's find out right now from the Willow Topics. Date ideas. So I'm thinking just off the top of my head, like I like them like chopped up fine, and put that in with some vanilla ice cream in like a milkshake, and you have like a date vanilla milkshake. That's
Is this
delicious.
why you're not married?
What?
Is this why you're not married?
One time I got these chocolate covered dates, so good.
No.
We're talking date ideas.
We're talking date ideas, like going out on a date idea. Oh. You can stick your dates in your tea rack and come back and think of a different kind of date for next week.
What a bummer. I tell you what, the girlfriend doesn't even like the dates, like the fruit. We're just like, okay, this is.
So that's one date you're not going on.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll think of some date ideas for couples or people that aren't couples yet that are looking to be couples. That sort of thing is what we're talking about here. Dating in the classic sense, not the fruit.
Exactly. We'll have all kinds of ideas because we're cool like
Absolutely. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. Go out.
Have a
go
great
and
week.
enjoy some ice cream. And think of us while you do.
Totally.
We'll be back next week with
Bye.
more Don't Ask Me to Talk. Take care.
From lashes for days with the viral Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara to lift and color from their brilliant eye brightener, Thrive Cosmetics is the go-to for amplifying everyday looks. Plus, every product is 100% vegan, cruelty-free, and made with clean, skin-loving ingredients that work with your skin. Amplify your everyday. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/shine26 for an exclusive offer of 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/shine26.